Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to be doing a challenge from Sneak City of 2025 which is called TimeOff, and I am doing this challenge just because a lot of people that I know are struggling with source code and with a large mass of source code. This is not a very large challenge, not a very large amount of source code, but it is plenty of source code just for you to learn how to do like introduction to mass code analysis. And there is a lot of files actually, but it is not a very difficult challenge to do. It's rated as medium on the CTF, but I would rate it maybe as easy to medium. I don't really know. I guess this is well rated as medium. So let me just create the challenge and run it with Docker. And if you wanna run this challenge for yourself, I'm gonna leave the challenge zip file in the description. We have also this password.txt file that I have created here, and I will leave the password as well in the description in my GitHub. So I will just copy the password file to my clipboard so I can just unzip challenge.zip and then put in the password, and we have the source code of the challenge and the Docker file here. So to run this challenge, you just have to run sudo docker build -t, then the file docker docker like container name. It will be TimeOff. I will just name it TimeOff and then dot for the directory to build from, and then sudo docker run -it. Then we have the port forward. I believe it was port 3000. I don't really remember. We will see. And then the container name, which is TimeOff. And then I will have to enter my password. And it is already running here for me. And yes, we can see that it is exposing port 3000. So if we would go to our web browser here and type in localhost port 3000, we would get access to the application. So, and as you can see, there are a couple of things in the application. We have my request, employees, departments, and a login page here. I believe we are provided with some login info. I'm just gonna look at the source code because I don't really remember the logins, and we can just access the source code. So if we would go to the app directory, we would see all of these files here, and I'm just gonna open this directory in Visual Studio Code so we can see all of the highlightings and everything, and we can navigate through it easily. And we can also use extensions such as Sneak, which will help us a big time while assessing a big application such as this one. As you can see, there are a lot of files, but there aren't like as many files as there could be in a large scale application, but it is pretty large application for you to get lost in. So I'm just gonna go through all of the application and just talk about how you can just assess it and like pen test the application and all of the stuff like that. So let's first of all, we can see that there is an outdated version of Sneak of Rails running, and in this version we can see that there's denial of service attack possible, which is being told to us by Sneak. And Sneak is a very good extension for you to help yourself while assessing a application. This video is not sponsored by Sneak, I just really like the extension. And of course they were making the CTF, so they made the extension useful for the challenges. So I'm just using this just to show you how you can use Sneak for a big application such as this one, but definitely you can use it for like large applications that you are penetration testing or assessing or reviewing the source code for. So Sneak is a very good extension for you to get help while doing these big assessments. I also see that the application is built in Ruby and Ruby on Rails to be exact, and I have never touched this language, so I have never touched Ruby on Rails, so I really don't know how this stuff works. So you can even take out from this video how to assess an application that you do not know how to read source code for, or you don't even know how the application, if you don't know how the code just works. So let's find all of the users that are being created. So I'm just looking for files called like user sessions, like for example here. I don't really see any credentials here. I can just search for example, Control-Shift-F to search from all of the files, and I will search for example, admin. Let's see, can I find anything here? We can see that on seeds.rb we have email and password here that we can, for example, log in, but we should not log in with the admin because it was not provided to us. I think it will work, but I'm just gonna use the basic user login. This user was provided for us, the admin login was not provided for us, or I think both were provided, I don't really remember. Let's see, I think both were provided actually, so it's not really a big issue if you use them. I am just gonna use both of them. Do I have like multiple profiles here? I don't, so I'm just gonna open another guest profile here, go to localhost port 3000, and then to log in with, we can see that there is admin@example.com. I really don't remember if the admin was given to us or not. I will see if when I log in. I think it actually was given, but we can just go through the application and see what it is doing. So I'm just gonna make this bigger, the user application, and just go through everything. We have the dashboard, it says employee count 2, we can go to my requests going to here, request TimeOff. We can see that we can make a request to TimeOff. Then we have employees. We can edit the employees, we can show them. It's not loading for us this page for some reason. We can also edit. It is not loading for us either. Probably if we would take a look at the source code of how employees controller.rb, probably this works. We can by not even knowing the source code, we can like guess what something does. For example, this def edit, so it's defining edit function, and we can see that it is just empty. It's defining and then ending it immediately. The same goes with show. We can also create new probably employees. So if you would go to /new, it's not working for us either. Let's see, it is saying employee new. So yeah, so we can just get the basic idea by just looking at these strings, by navigating the application and just looking of how it works for us, even when we do not know the source code. But we really need to, what if we really need to quickly find like some exploits? So the sneak extension comes in really handy for us because it just shows some vulnerable code pieces that would help us with exploiting the application. I can just expand all of the issues here and we can see everything that is wrong on the application. And immediately I see that we have some really useful bugs that are in the source code. We can see that there is use of hard-coded credentials. It is not really important for us because we know that these credentials are provided for us, and we can, I believe we can create a new account. Let's see. I will just log out from the admin for now, and just, we cannot even log out. It's not what is it called? The functionality isn't even completed. So let me just close this tab and I will open a new guest window somehow. Open guest profile and then just go to localhost port 3000 and we can log in. No, I believe we cannot create accounts, so we only have 2 accounts here. One is admin and one is regular. So let's now go and try to find out how can we look at the source code and find vulnerabilities here. First, I'm not going to look at the sneak extension and just go through the application and tell you how I would look for bugs in here. So first of all, I will find the routes file because probably all of the applications is going to have like some kind of a routes file where you can find all of the routes, and you can start here, or you can start at the index.html somewhere here. I'm not sure if it uses index.html.erb. And yeah, we can see that there are some code here, but I like starting with routes.rb. So we can see that there are a couple of requests. It goes to login, and it goes to sessions new, if post sessions create, delete, sessions destroy. So it's just creating a user if we are logging in and logging out here. So function should actually work. I'm not sure why isn't it working. Maybe it did work, but I just got some sort of an error. It's fine. Let's just look here. We can get /manager/TimeOff request. We can approve, deny, attach, and probably we can do that only as admin. I'm not sure. And we would just go through the application, and what I like to do is just going through the functions and actually, first of all, I like going through the application and just marking things that could be vulnerable. So for example, when I was going through the application, I looked at my requests and request time off. I could see that there are some fields that we can fill in. So for example, we have reason, file name, file, so we can maybe test for file upload vulnerabilities. Maybe we can get like an XSS. Maybe we can test for SQL injections, because we have seen that we have some sort of a database here. We can see DB and see it's not here. We have some sort of a database actually. It's some sort of an SQL maybe database. I'm actually not sure here, because as I said, I don't really know Ruby a lot, and Ruby on Rails I definitely don't know. So now let me go to the Sneak extension and try to see if we can trace back any functions that look vulnerable to us. So let's go to the Sneak extension here, and the first thing that I find really interesting is this path traversal, and it is in TimeOff request controller.rb. So let's see what it says here. We can see that file.open is marked as path traversal because it is opening a file without any sanitization. So it can probably just open any file from the directory on our attacker's machine. If we provide it somehow with, for example, .. and we can maybe get file traversal this way. And we can just go ahead and look at this function that is vulnerable here and try to just trace back everything that we know. With everything that we know, just trace back how can we access this function in the application that we are using. So let's actually see. It says saving uploaded file to storage path, and it is opening file.open storage path. Let's see what does it do. So we can see that there is create function defined here, and it is creating something, so we can probably upload files this way. Let's go to some other function and try to find where this create function is called. So I'm just gonna Control-Shift+F to search for the entire application and just type in create. We can see that the create is defined here, Let's see where is it accessed. We can see that there's TimeOff request.create. So it's probably accessed here in this seeds.rb. What else? We can see that it is also accessed at TimeOff requests. No, it is not. So let's actually try now to just find this in the application, and I believe we have already found it, because if we would go to my requests and we can request TimeOff, we can see that we can upload files here. And what I like to do, if I don't know where on the application this is, I will just copy any string from this like web page, for example, attach document, and I will just search through all of the application for this string. And we can see that in new.html.erb, we have this attached document, and we are uploading file, and we are submitting something. So we can see that there's this form with and TimeOff request, URL. I actually have no idea what this thing does because, as I said, I don't really know Ruby. So let me just try to figure out how this works. So it is submitting something here. So let's try to just fill in bogus data here. Just anything here, reason, anything, and upload file. Let me just try to upload anything. So if I will go to, can I type in somehow here? CTF. If I go to videos, like that. Then we have TimeOff. We have, for example, let's try to upload. I will just go back one directory and I will just create like a test.txt file and test data, for example, and then I will just upload this test file here, file name test.txt, and then submit request. So first things first that we can see is that we have this name test.txt, so we can maybe look if there could be any XSSs here, but we are looking for that path traversal. So I'm gonna do the same thing again, and the TimeOff request submitted successfully. I'm just gonna look for this string on the application. It's being set on the TimeOff request controller.rb, and this is where our vulnerable function is. So I don't really understand how the file actually, how the application actually does calls the data, calls the function create and opens the file, but I can understand that we are calling it actually because we can see that this string is being called back to us when we submit the file. So based on the logic, we can maybe upload a malicious file because it does file.open on the file, and it is first of all, it is writing the file. Let's scroll down. Let's see, we can probably write a malicious file to the application, but let's see if we maybe can read it. And when I was on Sneak extension, I saw that there's another path traversal here, and it is doing send file, unsanitized input from an HTTP parameter flows into send file where it is used. So we have another path traversal here. We also have path traversal in file controllers.rb, and here it does file.read. Parameters def show error reading the file, and let's try to figure out how is it called. So we can see that there is download document here. Let's try to search in the application for I misclicked, Control Shift F, document. Let's see, files, controller. Oh no, we have the download document that I wanted to search for, so let me just copy this, search for this, link to download document. And it says download document path. Where we were before, I think it was like a TimeOff request something. Let's see. Let's try to find that path traversal again. It's in file controllers.rb. Are we calling this file anywhere here? Because I don't really understand how this is working, file controller.rb. I really need to learn Ruby. I don't really understand it. I don't really suggest you like looking at the source code without fully understanding the application. I just did it because I was low on time. and I needed to do other challenges quickly, but I can somewhat understand that this code somehow calls this files controller.rb, because we can see that download document, and when we click on it, we are getting this test.txt downloaded. If I click on the text.txt, it will maybe open for me, I'm not sure. Where did it download? Let's see. What is the file location for this? I'm actually not sure. Oh, okay, it's open, so it is in downloads. I'm just gonna copy the test.txt here, downloads test.txt to this location, and then we have the test.txt, and it is the same file that we have uploaded, of course. So let's actually now try to explore this path traversal. So the first idea that I have is that we have this file name, and we can maybe input a file name that it will read from the target application. So let's upload the same test.txt file, and file name would be // a bunch of slashes /passwd. Just read a C password file. It says no document attached. Let's go back here. Let's attach test.txt, submit request. We can see that stored name is t password. Let's try to download it. It downloads test1.txt, but what I can see differently from this is that we have 839 bytes here. Maybe it downloaded a C password file. Let's check it out. So downloads test.txt and put it here. Cat test.txt. Did I copy it correctly? Yes, I did. So probably, oh no, I copied the test.txt that we have previously downloaded, and yeah, we can see that it is much bigger. The first one was 9 bytes, so it probably worked our let's see, can I somehow test like that? Test. What was it? Test space 1.txt, like that. So I'm just gonna copy it and paste it here. Test. Oh my god. Paste it again. And yep, we can see the etc password file has successfully downloaded for us here. So we can probably get any file for downloaded in this way. We can also probably upload files and get full file execution in this way. But for this challenge, we only need to read flag.txt file. So maybe if we change it to flag.txt, let's see, can we actually download the flag.txt file? Let's upload test. Download file. Let's see, will it have any content? I can see that nothing is even being downloaded. So let's try to go back one directory, // and then upload the test.txt again. Submit request, download document. It is not working as well. So one more // I'm not sure where we can find our flag.txt. And we can see that it has downloaded for us successfully this time. So let me just copy the test2.txt and then cat the file, cat change 1 to 2, and we can see that we have flag for the challenge downloaded. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you found something useful from it. If you did, please make sure to subscribe for more videos in the future, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.